Park Jimin and Jungkook, seen in the same space. Not in a military training session or inspection, but in a more private, closed-off setting, and, according to some fans, one that's full of meaning. Is this mere coincidence? Or are they preparing something that will shake the global entertainment world? This question began to echo loudly since early April 2025, when a blurry photo spread widely among the army community. The image showed two figures in military uniforms, walking under the drizzle of the night in opposite directions. At a glance, it looked ordinary, but analysis of their silhouettes, body postures, and even their walking style indicated one thing: they were Jimin and Jungkook. And from there, speculation began, with one key question: what are they really planning? It didn't take long for fans to reignite their investigative instincts. One of the strongest rumors is that the two are secretly involved in a music project inside the military barracks. This was reinforced by the appearance of a professional vocal coach at the military complex of the 5th Division, seen carrying portable recording equipment. When asked, the military chose to remain silent. But unofficial reports from one personnel mentioned beautiful voices and perfect harmonization heard from the training studio at night. And only 2 people in that unit have access to the room after 9 p.m. Park Jimin and Jungkook. Those faint sounds were recorded by a soldier on night watch. Lasting 19 seconds, the audio file briefly leaked in a private fan Discord group before being deleted. But as often happens in cyberspace, its digital trace couldn't truly disappear. The voice heard within, soft, emotional, and deeply familiar, left millions of armies in tears. They knew it was Jimin and Jungkook. And if they truly are composing a secret song amid military duty, this isn't just a casual project. This is a statement. Why have they chosen to remain silent? Why not share these developments officially? Internal sources from the music industry mentioned that Jimin and Jungkook are preparing a special collaboration, not as BTS, not as soloists, but as 2 friends making a silent promise. This project, according to leaks, will be released only once, with no promotions, no interviews, not even a music video. A song to be performed live in a single broadcast near the end of their service, as a tribute to their fans and to each other. What strengthens this speculation even more is an anonymous post on a personal blog of a military staff member claiming to have heard their rehearsal sessions. In a now-deleted entry, they wrote, "I heard 2 voices merging, singing something that made the night feel more alive than ever." It wasn't for the public. It was for themselves. There was also a note that a message reading 2 shadows was found in Jimin's military training notebook, as if hinting at the title of their song. Most fans believe that if this song truly exists, it's not just about longing or friendship, but about their journey together, from global stages to the silence of military barracks. A song that will capture emotions, promises, and untold stories that never made it in front of the camera. But there is a darker side to this speculation. Some Korean pop culture analysts warn that this project could be a swan song, their final piece as a duo. Unconfirmed whispers suggest the 2 are considering very different paths after completing their service. Jungkook possibly expanding globally as a full-time soloist, and Jimin becoming a producer or choreographer behind the scenes. If true, then this song could be a painful hidden farewell for ARMY, but fans aren't easily swayed by that possibility. A past quote from Jimin during an interview has resurfaced. "If I could sing with Jungkook until my hair turns white, I would." And Jungkook's response? "If I had to choose one voice to hear before I die, it would be Jimin's." These words have become a mantra within the fan community, proof that whatever they are preparing comes from a very genuine place. Now, only time will tell whether this is the beginning of a new era of Jimin and Jungkook's collaboration, or a touching epilogue to a story long cherished by the world. One thing is certain, the signs are becoming more evident. An official military visitor, known to be a relative of a former BTS manager, recently posted a photo of 2 pairs of boots outside the rehearsal room. No faces, no names, Just one sentence. There's a song that even silence can't hide. That photo disappeared within 6 minutes, but its impact still lingers. ARMY is now waiting not only for their official discharge date, but also for the moment when those voices will be heard again. One night, one song, two shadows that have become a light for millions across the world. Are you ready to hear it? Yet, behind the online frenzy, a fundamental question arises that cannot be ignored. Is all of this really happening? Or is it just a series of narratives constructed deliberately to attract public attention, strengthen fandom loyalty, or even as a hidden marketing strategy leading up to the end of their service? This is where we need to pause. To think deeper and reassess every piece of information we've received, we can't ignore that the information about Jimin and Jungkook's presence at the 5th Division military base and the rumors of their secret project largely come from sources that cannot be directly verified. A blurry silhouette photo, an unofficial short voice recording, and a blog post that has been deleted all raise significant questions. Is this real evidence? Or merely vague fragments amplified to create an emotional narrative? If we re-examine the spread of this information, most of it comes from platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. These mediums are known for rapidly spreading news, but are also the most vulnerable to manipulation. The viral effect often blurs the line between truth and public perception. Are we witnessing a truth shrouded in mist? Or are we trapped in the mist itself? Many claim to have heard their voices. Many also claim to have caught gestures, facial expressions, or even body language indicating emotional involvement beyond that of fellow soldiers. But in an entertainment world so skilled at crafting illusions, can we truly trust such subjective interpretations? We must ask, are we witnessing reality, or merely reading fiction crafted so meticulously and emotionally? Furthermore, we need to question the motives behind the spread of this news. If it's true, why has there been no official statement from the related agency, HYB labels? Why no confirmation from the military, even though the issue has entered international public discourse? Is this silence part of a silence is golden strategy? Or is it proof that there's nothing to confirm because nothing actually happened? This is where skepticism becomes important. Not as blind disbelief, but as a preventive step in maintaining information accuracy in the digital age. Skepticism is not pessimism, it's the foundation of critical thinking. We must learn to distinguish between hopeful assumption and verified evidence. We need to ask, do we believe because we know, or because we want to believe? Emotionally, fans want to believe this secret project is real. That something special is being prepared by two beloved figures. But is this belief built on logic, or just from a longing that runs too deep? Are we searching for proof, or shaping the proof to fit what we want? It should also be noted that the South Korean entertainment industry is known to be very strategic in managing public expectations. It's nothing new for rumors, puzzles, and accidental leaks to be deliberately spread as part of buzz marketing. Could this case be one of them? If so, then we are part of an extremely successful campaign. A campaign needing no ads, no official announcement, just one silhouette and one audio clip. Let's reflect together. Are we hearing a piece that will change the history of Korean music? Or are we part of a modern myth created by a global fandom? Are we waiting for a real song, or nurturing hope for something that may never be released? It's important to remember that the information we receive comes from various sources with differing levels of quality and integrity. Some content comes from fanatic fans who might add narrative flavor without verification. Others come from content creators with financial incentives to create viral stories, regardless of validity. And if this news turns out to be a hoax, then we as an audience need to ask ourselves, what are the consequences for the relationship between artists and their fans? Will this reduce trust? Or perhaps strengthen emotional bonds even if built on something unreal? Where is the line between support and delusion? Where is the boundary between love and emotional exploitation? However, if the news is true, If Jimin and Jungkook are indeed preparing a work in the silence of military service, then the world will witness one of the most sincere moments in modern music history, a creation born not from market expectations, but from the intimacy and friendship of two individuals who have walked together through the lights and shadows of the global stage. Ultimately, it comes back to us as the audience. Do we choose to believe, or do we wait for certainty? Will we be passive consumers of media narratives, or critical, reflective, and responsible digital citizens? We invite all of you, especially the ARMY community and K-pop music lovers, to remain critical of every piece of circulating information. Don't just share, investigate. Don't just believe, question. Don't just hope, but prepare yourself to accept all possibilities, whether bitter truth or a beautiful surprise being crafted behind the stage curtains.